For this project, you're going to need some acrylic paint as shown here, a paint palette, straw, Q-tip, paintbrush, some clean water, paper towels, and some art paper. Mixed media paper is preferred. Now, if you watched the previous video a little while ago about mixing fall colors, we're using the same primary colors. We're using the red, the blue, and the yellow to make all the oranges and browns that we're going to need for this project. The black and the white are just for added lighting and shade. If you want, you don't have to use the red, black, or white. I'm just going to move the black and white to the side for now. We're just going to focus on putting these three colors together and making a nice little couple spots of different types of oranges and reds, maybe a 1 or 2 type of browns. Alright, Project Return members, I'm done mixing up all the colors. I just wanted to give a little color theory, a little color wheel information here. So we have just basic red, and this is red with a little bit of yellow, which makes a kind of like a medium orange. That's just yellow by itself. This is more of a red-orange, right? That's just blue, okay? And this is actually blue mixed in with the red-orange and red-orange together. That's actually just black and red, which is interesting enough. So this is like a more intense brown looking. This is more of a grayish brown. This is obviously more of a green, and this is more of a purple. And we're gonna prep our color to mix so we can create our tree. So you're gonna water down your favorite type of brown. I like to use something that's kind of in between the darkest and the lightest, and add some water to it, dilute it, mix it up. It's gonna be very watercolor-ish, like a muddy water. And you'll see what I do next with the straw. Okay, so off camera I have the paint by my side and I have the straw by my side. If you don't have a straw, don't worry about this part. I just think it's a cool way to randomly create a tree. Sometimes it works better than others, and it does take a little bit of practice. Do not get discouraged if it doesn't come out the way you imagine the tree to look. It's all about having fun and being creative with what you're using at home. So if you happen to not be able to get a straw, they do this part or the watered down paint, then just draw a bare tree, just the the trunk and some branches coming out. So I'm going to take my paintbrush here and the loose paint, watery paint, and then I'm gonna put like a glob of it. I guess we can root it, somewhat center it down here. I'm not gonna pour the paint. I'm just gonna kind of like drips of it here. I guess like see it's like pulled up, and just kind of bring it up a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Not too much, just, I said, depends on the paper you use. This paper's not a watercolor paper, so it might, yeah, I think that's good. Put a little bit more down here. You need more water, or more paint fluid at the bottom because it's all gonna flow up. Now, another option is just to turn it upside down, but I don't think the branches will branch out the way it should look, so. Alright guys, and as we're waiting for this to dry up a little bit more before we put the leaves on there, because I don't want a lot of the colors to get muddy, so all these wet spots I want to get them a little bit more dry. You know, I had a lot of water in that paint. To make it a little bit more time consuming, you could just do straight paint. It has to be a little runny, but this really gets the effect of branches, and I think it looks really cool. So, alright, getting back to this other point that I wanted to make. So we're going to use Q-tips for the leaves. And we're gonna, it's kind of like stippling almost, like a dotted effect. I actually like to group my colors, not to make them individual, but to make them more, I don't know, it could be different types of leaves, shapes, but if you see that pattern here, let's see, if I group these together, and almost make them, so silly here. I have 5 Q-tips together. I'm trying to twist them a little bit here to get like a, there we go, like a pointed tip. Oh yeah, here we go. Huh. Okay, so see that shape? Kind of like a leaf shape, almost, if you kind of see it, yeah. They don't have to look like this, but I kind of like doing it for volume purposes, and since we're gonna do probably a lot, I'm gonna take these leaves and just put tape. I'm gonna tape these together to make a couple bunches, see? And you know, there's 2 ends to these, and they'll be different. So you have this like a little grouped arrangement. So this way you don't have to hold them and pinch them together real hard. You know, it's kind of like, kind of there. Maybe I'll add a little bit more tape up closer to that end. Oh, that end's nice. So, and you just gotta make sure they're even. So these are little like different lengths, but you get the point. Literally, right? If that makes sense. So I wanna push that in this way. So I'm gonna add more tape. This here. And it's totally optional. I just like making things more difficult for myself, obviously. All right, so I'm gonna do like probably 2 more of these for the different colors, and then we'll go from there. right, guys, I think this is pretty good. I like the colors, I like the blotting, and I like the oranges and the reds and the yellows, and using that dark brown to kind of give a contrast with the lighter colors. And I think the tree looks really good. I didn't want to leave a lot of the bare branches showing through, but obviously since it's fall, you can have trees that are fully leaved and still turning orange. I like mine that you can kind of see through. So if you want to go ahead and continue filling up the tree to be super full, super orange, that's fine. I think this looks cool. Maybe going forward, I would do like maybe a background color also, maybe like a blue or a gray to give it some, some scenery. But I think this is a great start, and it's a fun project, and it's a great way to decorate and celebrate fall. And 'tis the season that we're getting in, and you can apply the same method for other types of trees. Like I said, cherry blossoms are very common, and we'll probably touch on some holiday Christmas trees that you can do in similar fashion or with certain methods of applying the paint to the paper. But I hope you guys enjoyed the project, and look forward to sharing more ideas with you in the future. All right, take care.